So I am flying to Bali, Denpasar, from Perth Airport. You can see there my flight time as 11:40. Leaving from Perth, we only get four real options of airlines that fly to Bali directly, and they're all low-cost carriers. So I'm hoping that AirAsia will be the best of the bunch. And it's already off to a good start, seeing the plane already arriving in on time and boarding on time. So looking at there at our flight, it's an A320-200, and I am boarding almost last because I did a really awesome thing and pre-booked my seats about a year in advance and booked row one. Even though it's only 3.5 hours to get to Bali from Perth, I still love the leg room. So looking there, you can see everything's quite neat and tidy, and I've got lots of leg room, so I'm pretty excited to get underway. I also love having a window seat so that I can catch those views as I leave, and always cross my fingers that depending on the wind and the runway that we use that I get that view of Perth City as we leave. So we are all ready to start taxiing. You can see that the flight attendants there are starting to do the in-flight demonstrations. Always quick and efficient, not really much to write home about with those ones. And you can see here that we're taking off, and I did get lucky and I did get those views of Perth City as we left. And it was really cool because we actually did this full turnaround as well. So I got some really beautiful views of the city as we left. So we're now settling in, and the seatbelt signs come off, so I'm having a look at what's around me. So you can see, because I'm in row one, the tray tables don't come out from the seat in front of you, they come out from the armrest. So not as sturdy, but still quite usable. So I'm taking a look at the food menu now because you can see that, being a budget airline, the meals aren't included. So I'm having a look at what's available, and not a massive amount of choice, but not disappointing either. I did spot a double-decker sandwich that I thought could be really nice for a bit of a lunchtime snack, though unfortunately somehow being in row 1A and the first to be served, they had sold out of the elusive double-decker sandwich. So I don't know how that happens. I don't know if they only loaded one onto the aeroplane, but I'm going to try the chicken and rice instead. So I wasn't expecting Michelin quality food, but it wasn't disappointing either. I always love getting some plastic cutlery as well. Not as environmentally friendly, but much easier to use than the wooden cutlery. The drinks menu was quite basic. The only alcoholic option was bintang beer, which I guess gets you in that good Bali mood, but unfortunately it was a bit warm, so not as enjoyable. I usually get cold when I fly, so I did request a blanket if I could hire one. They don't have that as an option. You have to buy the whole comfort kit, and it was a little overpriced for my taste, so I thought I'd stick it out. Taking a walk through the aircraft and looking through the toilets, everything seems quite clean and organised. So that's, again, another added bonus for flying on these airlines. I always love having that look out the window, looking at the engines. And not long after that, we landed in Denpasar, miraculously on time, which is a miracle for a low-cost carrier. I'm hoping that the airport will be as organised as what I'm seeing there on the apron. Flying home, unfortunately, not as organised. The lines and the signs and what felt like 30 passport checks and bag scans just to get to the counter I was told to go to that says all destinations, but in fact was not for Perth. So eventually we got in the right line and made our way to the departure gates. We found a little cafe to set up camp before boarding again, miraculously on time. And just like my first flight, again, I'm in row one because I love that leg room. Means I can be the last to board and the first one off. And I still love those window views. This time I get a nice sunset coming into Perth, and scored with the lottery again, get that beautiful view of Perth City and the skylights as we landed on time as scheduled. And I'm home.